Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good week. I've got a lot of updates to go over with the Light Magic add-on, but first I want to give everybody the Light Magic Pro. I want to give everybody that free, and the Pro version is this one. It's got all the add. Okay, so you can add all the different types of lights here. Well, these you have to go in and grab the 3-point. The 3-point is in the other one. You can select all your lights, add all your lights to a folder. So the Pro version is really cool. You've got some very similar functionality here to the Studio. You don't have the Studio Kit, which has now got some pretty cool presets for lights, intensities, colors, things like that. And I'm developing Studio setups right now. I'm going to demo one in just a second. But you can come pick up this add-on free. You can select all lights in the scene, delete them. It stays pretty clean, so if you add an area light in, you can come in and control it, make it a caustic, make a portal, change the power, all those good things. Change objects to caustic's caster or receiver, and then of course, like you said, you can add the collection there, and then it'll register every light in the scene for you. So I want to give everybody that absolutely free. Just go there and pick it up on the Gumroad. Just leave a nice favorable rating. It really does help on building this other add-on. And so what we got is the result here. Now, first of all, I'll have this minimized in the panel. So if you guys want to get the Studio Kit, then you could come in and grab it. You'll have to refresh, and I did this for a reason because, and this is going to grow to a large number very soon with all of the different lights in. So once you've got it, you just get it free on Blender Market. After that, you get all the upgrades free. So it's going to be really nice for you. You can drop and append in light panels and different things linked, which means you cannot edit it, which is good sometimes, or unlinked. You can just refresh this. Doesn't take a lot of memory. You can also, if you got the cursor here, you can now pop the cursor back to World Origin if you need to. That's a little quicker than the Shift S thing. So real quick, I'm not going to go over a whole lot of this, but if I put the cursor here and append in, I could bring in a light that's already got a 1K intensity on it. You can kind of adjust that as you see fit. Now also, if I want, I can append in at the World Origin any color I want and instantly put in some lights that way. Now I've got another thing I just did, really cool, on top of being able to animate anything. And actually we'll cover this real quick. I'm going to throw a point light in, and the point light will be active. It's kind of a dead light. There's nothing going on with it. You got to turn this one up because this is designed to be 100% custom. I can add the position of the point light and very quickly just name it 1, and then I'll G and whatever, move it over a little bit, add another position. I'll call that position 2. Then I can switch between position 1 and 2. I can grab the mech, I can throw the mech in, and maybe I just like that rotation right here a little bit better, and I can add that position in, and then I can switch between those two, and I can name this one position 1, and then so on and go on. And so I could change that position and then change the light, and you can see very quickly how that's going to work. And I could throw a custom point light back behind him if I want to test that light out. Now every light in the scene will have an indication of not only what it is but what is selected, so I can grab that light if I want to. I can remove that and hide that light, or just bring it back, do whatever I want. Now for the next thing, this is really cool. Grab an object, and then what you can do is this custom box right here, I can throw in point lights all at say 100 on the intensity, Z offset of say maybe 5 because I want it to appear pretty high, and I can place those lights in the scene. What it's going to do is it's going to place at the respected corners of mesh, and it's going to place 4. Now they'll come in selected, which is pretty helpful, so you can come in here and change them, and then the intensity is obviously going to be whatever you had set it to be. So you can add a little extra light that way. And now if I wanted to, I can also come in here and add some at say 1, and I can put 1,000. Maybe I don't want to be point lights, maybe I want to be spotlights. and then I can go ahead and place those. They're already grabbed, so G and Z, and you can kind of bring those up respectively. And those are going to be a little easier to work with, and you can create some nice accent lighting, some nice shadows and things like that. And all those lights that just came into the scene, lights 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then lights 0.001, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to name it for you, or light 1, 2, 0.001, and so on. And it'll name those for you. We have the naming convention automatically in there. So you can grab an individual light in here, and all these functions will still work. I can make one caustics, one not. I can turn the name on for that light so I can see it. And then, of course, if I want, I can say this is my main light, and it'll rename that main for me. And that doesn't change anything up here. You can still select this light. It's still going to work. You can change the colors, change the intensity, because now it's up pretty high. You'd have to bring the intensity up because of fall off and the inverse square law and all that good stuff. I got a cool tutorial on that where I actually did the math on it, and I'm no math guru, period. But I went in, I studied for a couple days, few days, learned the inverse square law and the light fall off, and so it's really important for you to know that. All right, so I could grab, say, this object, whatever I want to do, and just say, you know, hey, the scene's convoluted now. I got a ton of lights in here. I don't really need that many. Select all your lights and delete them. So grab this bad boy right here. I don't need the cursor there. And bring it right back. So it kind of like gives you one-hand operation on a lot of things. This add-on allows you to do a massive amount of things, you know, one-handed, except for renaming. So I can now grab this guy, and I'll bring everything in, say at 3, light energies at 1,000, and point lights. I'll go ahead and place them, and they come in like so. And I can kind of move these around as I see fit. Now, you'll notice one thing for sure here, how this came in. They came in offset. It's reading the mesh, so it's coming in at the most logical position based on the position. And I may not have even had applied the rotation to it. It may have actually changed that, how it came in. So no big deal. Select all my lights so I can get those lights again, and I can move those around and kind of change things and get a lot of nice shadows and pull in the AO in some of these areas and make it look nice. And why do I have all of that horrible clipping and stuff? That's what happens when you just throw geometry nodes on something. All right, so that's going to be foldable in, like you can collapse that. You don't have to have that out all the time. Now for the exposure, this is real important because you want to be able to bring your exposure down and make things look nice. Change some of the lights, give them a little bit of different colors. You can change all the hue and saturation, make it look nice. From here, I can change not only the global exposure, but the HDR. I can bring it up or down, and that's going to be dependent on you being in like cycles or wherever you're at, and it's going to grab the properties from whatever HDR you selected, and then you can change the rotation as well. And tell me in the comments below if this actually works for you guys. But I hit Alt right mouse and I can actually change the rotation of my HDRI, and I've always thought that was because I had Logic's PBR Painter Pro and I had a hotkey for that, but I'm not so sure. So tell me what you guys think about that, and that is it. Go pick up this add-on, go get the free one, try it out, see if you like any of the functionality of it, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial lesson.